Hey guys, this is Christian over at Jeff Schmidt Lawn and Motorsports, back to you again with another video. This time it's on a 2026 brand new C345 Duck Series machine with a mulcher. So let's dive in. So you all that are new to New Holland, a C345 is a 90 horsepower machine, weighs a little bit over 10,600 pounds, and can lift 4,500 pounds to the very top of its lifting capacity. It'll easily load a triaxle dump truck. You got almost right at 11 foot of reach, so you can reach a triaxle with ease. The way the Super Boom works on these units is it's a vertical lift machine, so it'll go straight up, and right at the end of the cycle it'll push out. That kind of makes this machine unique. So there has been a few updates from 2025 to 2026. They did some more changes than they usually do. So now you can order C345s, 337s, 332s with hand-foot control. Before they were started to decrease it a lot, where you can only get hand-foot controls in the 332 because it's kind of a dying thing. You can argue with me there, but they are bringing it back to be able to order it with all these. Now, as far as standard options on this too, now telematics is standard with every machine that comes through that plant in Wichita, Kansas. So you're going to have telematics standard, so you're always going to have GPS location on the machine. Most of them come with at least a 1-year subscription for telematics, which is really nice. And then for like you snow guys and everyone that need to track hours, you'll be able to download the app and be able to track hours on there. Now, other than that, they changed a few locations of some of the buttons. They moved the windshield wiper button because a lot of people were accidentally hitting it. But in all, that's pretty much it, other than there is another option for rear object detection. There's a unit on the back, and it just pulls up a red ring or a yellow ring around the screen when you're backing up, getting close to something, and you can disable that. So, and you don't have to have it either if you don't want it, but it is an option if you want it. So this isn't an ordinary unit that you would see on someone's lot. This is a factory black painted machine that we ordered. We tinted the windows, and then we put this Gravel Guard Dirty Graphics kit on it. So what makes this wrap special is it's a lot thicker, like almost like a plastic material. I've seen people have videos, throwing hammers, whatever at it, and it just does not scratch, and it protects that black paint job right underneath. We can also customize these wraps to put your business logos up and down the machine, but we ordered this specifically for this unit because we're going to be mulching with it, and honestly, duck camo's in right now and it looks cool. So this is a high flow unit, and this is, if you're not used to New Holland, this is probably a little different configuration than what you're used to seeing. As you also notice, this is a mulching unit. It doesn't have a cooler on top, a hydraulic cooler that you see on a lot of units. So what New Holland CNH has done is they created separate ports for high flow. So you get a thicker lines, and then you got a hydraulic cooler built in where you don't have to have a hydraulic cooler up top. Now, if you're in an all black machine, completely black out in Texas heat, and it's 115 degrees, that's a different story. But in moderate conditions, I have yet to sell one with a hydraulic cooler, and I have yet to really have a overheating issue. And then at the bottom you have your standard flow lines, and then your case drain. But you don't need a cooler with this machine. That makes it so much more attractive as far as price goes, and it just runs these mulchers very, very efficient. Let's dive into this mulcher here. So this is a Fecon built mulcher. It's a Fecon Bullhog, a BH74SS, so skid steer Bullhog. And a lot of people online and everyone will trash on this head and say, oh, buy a regular Fecon, it's not the same, blah, blah, blah. I have verified with Fecon that this has all the exact same components as a regular Fecon Bullhog. There's two major differences. One, the paint, and two is the tooling. So the tooling, you have a 2-bolt tooth system instead of a 1-bolt. So if you order a regular Fecon, one of the red heads, you'll have a 1-bolt system and you'll have some different teeth. These come standard with double tip carbide teeth. You can get a samurai knife kit straight from there. But there's also conversion kits out there where you can change this from a 2-bolt to a 1-bolt system. So you can put OEM Fecon bits on it. So anyone that says this isn't the same and the performance is less than any of the Fecon heads is completely wrong. This is the exact same head, just with different paint and a little bit different tooling. But if you're mulching and you're just looking, let's say you're newer to mulching, this is a perfect head for you. Double tip carbide teeth. You can dig into rock a little bit. You're not going to break any teeth. A lot less maintenance on the head, and these teeth will last you a lot longer. A lot of people have questions about cab space, and you know, it is a very important thing. And I will say, you know, I've been in a lot of different skid steers, and this has probably one of the widest cabs in the game. Now, the only one that I've been in that's a little bit wider is a Takeuchi. That's a dang living room on the TL12. But anyway, as far as the 345 goes, New Holland in their 362, 345, 330, all of them have the same exact cab on them, from their smallest to their biggest. So it's all the same. So if you've been in one, you've probably been in all of them. But anyways, I'm 6'2", I weigh about 235. I might be lying about, you know, 10 or 15 pounds. But as you can see, I fit in here comfortably. This comes standard with a air ride heated seat. There is an option to get a lesser seat if you want to save a little bit of money. Get the air ride heated seat. It's so much nicer. The HVAC in this machine works so well. If you're out pushing snow or doing anything in the cold, you almost have to keep turning the heat off, because it'll run you out of this thing, especially with the seat heater on. But as far as room in the cab, you got plenty of space. And then as far as the door goes, a lot of people hate a swing out door, but the reason why they have a swing out door is to keep this cab pressurized where there's no dust getting in. I know everyone's going to rave about the SVL 75-3s or the 97-3s, but again, I'm in plenty of Facebook groups online, and people complain about dust still getting in those cabs with that slide up door, and that's why it's a lot quieter and you keep the dust out. So this is a demolition door as well. We put these on our mulching units. They are, I believe they're a 1/2 inch thick polycarbonate. Very, very nice and protective. This has probably saved some lives out there, but this is a must when you're running a mulcher. But as far as cab goes, it's a nice, easy design, and we'll jump in and I'll show you kind of all the buttons. All right, so I'm in the cab of the C345. Here's the 8-inch LCD screen that's got all your information on it. This is so you can adjust your sensitivity. It's called your easy EH controls, your creep mode, auto throttle, your ride control, which is really nice, especially when you're carrying a heavy attachment like the mulcher. When you're driving and you hit like a bump and you got that heavy, your arms take the jolt instead of the whole machine rocking you. And then next to that, it's you can change your backup camera to different, you know, your trip, your fuel usage, and all that. And then we'll go down. That's how you start it. You can switch to H pattern if you like that better than, you know, regular EH controls. That's how you turn it on, turn signals, push to operate, your throttle, your different lights. This thing's got really bright lights. Then you got your HVAC controls. This is where you can turn it on to air. Then what's also new is you got self-leveling on the way up and down now. Before, you would only have self-level on the way up. Above that, you have your high flow. You can turn that on when you're running your mulcher. You got a beacon light. There's a plug in the back of the machine, and you can plug into that to give power to a beacon light. And then your hazards. And for some reason, they moved your unlock switch for your hydraulic coupler all the way up to the top. And then over here is where they moved the windshield wiper control to. But again, very roomy. But thanks for tuning in for another video. If you are fresh in the market for a New Holland C345 or just a mulching setup, we got this guy right here. As of right now, $135,000, 0% for 60 months, 1.99 for 72 months. Pending programs when you're looking at this video. But we ship nationwide to the intercoastal 48 states. But if you're interested on a quote or more information, you can visit us on our website at jeffschmidt.motorsports.com. Thanks again.